A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
All right, Los Angeles! Welcome to Doll Hollow, the home of your Los Angeles Derby Dolls. Today, we present the Fight Crew versus the Tough Cookies. Who's ready to meet the skaters?
Coming to the track first, it's your Fight Crew! Number 2, Slamwise Gamgee. Wearing 13, Raven. Number 14 is Hell on Wheels. Number 15, Drama Queen. Wearing 46, Wensley Adams. 5-2, it's Manic Panic. Wearing 63, Beetlejuke. 101 is Lash Out Loud. 189, Destroyer. 522, it's Stargirl. 808, Mayhem. Wearing 857, Kitten Crash. 976, it's Angel. And 1134, Mad Cat. 1201, Gizmo. 1997, Jolteon. 2011, Stitches. Co-captain of the Fight Crew, 817, Phoebe Punisher. And your captain of the Fight Crew, 512, Ziggy Stardust. Coaches of the Fight Crew, Dooms, Daisy, and Lusty Loveless. One more time for Fight Crew.
All right, you all ready to meet your Tough Cookies? Let's make some noise for them. Coming on out, wearing 007, it's DVS Lee. Wearing 17, Dirty Tricks. Wearing number 27, Luna Shovgood. Wearing 42, Chemical X. Wearing number 60, and a Death Chase. Wearing 64 is Smackaroni. Wearing 88Q, Sweet Baby Rage. Wearing number 97, Grease Frightening. Wearing 444, it's Cinderella. Wearing 757 Thugs Bunny. Wearing 998, it is Fight Night. Wearing 1205, we got Slammin' Eggs. Wearing 1212, Smasherella. Wearing 2014, Frida Brolo. Wearing 3355, Vroom. Wearing 5533, Mad X. Wearing 6,000, it is Taya. Co-captain is 1609, hidden, and the captain of your Tough Cookies, number 74, Furious George. Your coaches are Moulin Rouge and Jezahel. Let's give it up for your Tough Cookies, everybody.
All right, they have suited up for every single game, and they are 100% undefeated. It's the Enforcers. Head referee, the Kingslayer. Game executioner, Hassel Black. Jam refs, Metallic Kyle and Casey Cajones. Pack refs, Wild Bill Hiccup and Suspect Ed. Outside pack ref, Helvetica. Penalty tracker, Go Ishii Roll. Penalty tracker assistant, E.T. Marissa. Penalty box administrators, Karen Boudnuffin and Shakira. Eyes in the Sky, Penaltina and Bunny Holly. Scoreboard operator, Rumble B. Whiteboard, Lady Macdeath. One more time, the Enforcers.
We would like to thank our EMTs, the doll repair team, the track monkeys, and of course, the rad crew. Hey, our DJ today is DJ MacBook Air. I'm Eva Lee, and this is Trixie Biscuit. We'll be your announcers today. And now the Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional, unceded Kizh and Tongva land. We ask league members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Kizh and Tongva people, elders, and the land itself. We are grateful for the earth and sun and deities of this world of the Kizh and Tongva people. And now I got one question for you. Are you ready for roller derby action? Yeah, you are.
I'm ready for roller derby action, Eva Lee. How about you?
I hear those feet making thunder, and that gives me chills. I'm so excited for this bout. First of all, you all know that I think there's nothing greater in the world than junior roller derby, and we're so excited you are joining us here today for that. Skaters are getting on the track. If you have any newcomers, we'll see if we can explain this for you real quick.
We're going to talk real fast, so you got to listen.
You have to listen fast. All right, so this is how it works. You have jammers with stars on their helmets. They have to make it through the pack of blockers. First one out is the lead jammer. And lead jammer can either skate the full 60 seconds of the jam or call it off at any time by putting hands on hips. That is Angel jamming for Fight Crew. And who is the lead jammer? When the lead jammer re-enters the pack, every member of the opposing team passed is a point. Jammer is out for the Tough Cookies, but damage is being done by Fight Crew. And let's see how that shakes out.
Oh my goodness, the Tough Cookies jammer has incurred a cut.
That's right, that's Anadeth Chase in the penalty box for a cutting penalty. We're having a quick timeout here, getting a few things organized. We got to check the track. This beautiful Masonite track was built by the Derby Dolls ourselves. We originally started skating on the Thunderbirds old green track, for anybody who remembers the T-Birds, and then built our own, and I think this might be our third track as far as I know. But we're very grateful for our track monkeys who take such good care of it. And I'm hoping that's the issue, but we'll find out here shortly. Who is here for the first time? Do we have any newbies? Yeah, all right. Well, if you see someone new next to you, make sure you kind of explain what is happening. I'll give you a few things right now. We've got a bar back there. We got Slammin' Amazon, who's right there ready to help you with your beverage choice. We also have our wonderful merch booth. And of course, Shred Astaire is happy to sell you a raffle ticket. So if you'd like to buy a raffle ticket, you can win some really fantastic prizes, including, well, Trixie, you want to say, which one's the juniors?
Oh, there are, y'all have never seen so many Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood figurines in your entire life. There's like 2 giant boxes, all of them filled with Daniel Tiger figurines, and a train for the neighborhood, because you got to have a train for the neighborhood, so you can get in on some of that. But that's not all. There's also a water bottle and $10 Starbucks gift card grab bag, a Fall Guys 12-inch plushie fairy corn, and a gift bag of Derby doll merch. Now, you can get in on all of this wonderfulness for the low, low price of $1 for one ticket. But why buy just one ticket when you can spend $5 and get 5 tickets? No! We wouldn't do you like that. 7 tickets for you.
7 tickets for $5.
And if you give $10, you'll get 15 tickets.
All right. Did we figure out what was wrong with the track? Did a skater go off of it?
It might have been something wrong with the skater.
I feel like the skater went off the track. That could have been the issue.
That is incredible.
It occasionally happens, but it looks like we're all good here. Yeah, let's make some noise for roller derby, everybody.
Yeah, and a big hand for, is that Smasherella? I do believe it is.
And there is the favorite accessory of any derby doll, the ice pack.
We love an ice pack.
That's right. If you're ever out and you see some cute ice packs, you make sure you pick up a couple for the derby dolls. We definitely appreciate that. And so we're shaking out things on that jam, as we mentioned, and Death Chase in the penalty box. Gonna make this a power jam. So second jam, power jam. What does a power jam mean? Well, a power jam is when one of the jammers of the team ends up in the penalty box. And so you can't really, you have a situation where there's only one team on the floor, one can score, and you will have a power jammer who is the one jammer that is capable of scoring, and they are setting up for that jam right now.
All right, so Fight Crew fields a jammer, only ones that can score. The Cookies blockers, all they have to do is stop that jammer.
Yeah, roller derby is a game where you skate offense and defense at the same time, but at this point right now, it is just offense versus defense. And I tell you, look at that Cookies defense.
There's a lot of defense going on up there.
Yeah, they're not making it easy for Slamwise Gamgee to get out of there.
Yeah, deviously bringing Slamwise up to the rail, holding her there, and then going up to the front, trying to get together with their fellow Cookie blockers.
Yeah, it is not easy to be the power jammer. Oh! Slamwise is out! All right, Fight Cookie with 2 points on the board. Let's see if Samwise can make that even bigger. Now you can check right here. See how the packs are kind of separated? That's because they're trying to control the speed of the pack. Cookies want to race it to make it harder for the Fight Crew jammer to catch up. Fight Crew needs to go up there and kind of break it up so that they can slow it down and make it easier for their jam to come. Oh, see, there it's happening again. And all along, the clock is ticking, and that is 60 seconds. Jam is over, 0 points. But make some noise for roller derby, everybody.
Just fantastic defense. You can't defend a power jam any better than the Cookies just did it. Unless they got a lot of penalties, in which case I sort of take it back. We're going to have to wait and see.
Well, and it looks like we are trading power jams. That's right. Samwise is in the penalty box with an above shoulders block. Joining there by Stargirl with the directional block. Also got one of the blockers for the Cookies in. We got a directional block there on Dirty Tricks. And the main thing, though, it's another power jam advantage. Tough Cookies. And who's on the jam line? It is Rage.
And my goodness, there was a party at the top of the rail there for a second. Fight Crew recycling very well. Getting in the way, getting past, and then running back up forward.
Yeah, well, look how Wensley Adams really gave it their all to hold back Rage, but that's a tough order at times.
Looks like Jolteon got knocked off, is having to reestablish at the back. So is now to incur the cut, and this has given the Cookies a lot of control. Now they've got this jam slowed to almost to a standstill. And sure enough, their jammer's all the way through again, picks up some more points and calls it off.
Just as the 60 seconds in. 9 points for the Tough Cookies, and they take the lead. Yeah, it doesn't take long for things to change in roller derby, but no penalties, so that's good. Now we have a little bit of a situation with our skate team here. We have one set of skaters who skates more positional blocking, as we call it, because we have different levels of skaters. They will be skating with probably less skaters on the track than the regular ones, but it's roller derby, and what do we do in roller derby? We roll with it. But right now I see somebody not wanting to roll with the decision on something because I see a challenge happening there.
I'll be really interested to find out what this challenge is, Evil, because the whiteboard that we saw said it was blank.
Oh, I see.
There it
Oh,
is.
Jolteon got a stopping out of bounds penalty. We never get SB penalties. I have to actually pull out the penalty thing.
Skating out of bounds.
Thank you, skating out
You're
of bounds.
only allowed to skate about 20 feet, I believe, on the infield.
Well, that would be actually skating out of bounds. I saw there was some movement there by Jolteon. Some fantastic footwork, though, but right on the edge of the track. That could have been an issue of it, too.
Well, either way, Lusty Lovelace didn't like it and so has challenged the call. So what happens now is that coaches from both teams have said their piece to the head ref. Now all of the penalty calling officials will get together, talk it over, say what they saw, and come back with their ruling.
The ruling.
Hey,
and don't forget, we want to remind everyone, Juniors Camp is coming up Monday, July 21st through July 25th. We have our Juniors Camp. We have people here that'll give you some information about that. So if you're already thinking you know somebody who might be perfect for roller derby, you should start thinking about that Junior Camp in July. All right, let's see how things are shaking out. Looks like still in the penalty box, so that will not affect this jam. Fight Crew Jammer is out first. And that is Trauma Queen. Trauma Queen lead jammer. Jammer for the Tough Cookies still stuck in the pack, finally breaking free. And now this is where the blockers try to figure out how they're going to control the speed of that pack to stop the opposing jammer while trying to give an advantage for their jammer to catch up. Up, Trauma Queen through on that scoring pass, calls it off. 4 points for the Fight Crew as they fight back to their lead, bringing it to 6 to 9, everybody. Nobody in the penalty box. Yay! It's a dark Saturday.
It is. It's lovely and cool in here, which is a relief, honestly.
Yeah, but it's dark.
It's a little dreary outside, but the action is hot and heavy here in the building as the Cookies Hidden gets out first and lead.
Yeah, Hidden out lead for the Tough Cookies. Fight Crew Jammer still trying to get through. Looks like that's Destroyer trying to get through for the Fight Crew. Some great blocking there, though, by both teams.
Yeah, and just goes to show, you don't have to be the giantest skater out there to be an effective blocker. Some of these smaller blockers can just get in and sit on you, and you just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that was some fantastic footwear there by Hidden. Did you see how she went into the infield but kind of was losing lots of position but moved back perfectly to reclaim position and then call off the jam? It's like I can tell we have Ziggy Stardust on the jam line.
Yeah, it's full packs, 2 jammers. Everybody's out there on the floor waiting for that whistle, and there it is. Jolteon meeting that jammer in the front, but we've got way split packs. They have to let the jammer go in front. Smackaroni is out and lead for the Cookies.
Yeah, Snack is out, and I tell you, Ziggy is, finally out of the pack, through on the inside, and look at how they are coming together to try and stop Smackaroni.
Great move by Wensley Adams to kill the jammer's forward progress. Cookies jammer forced to call it off, but the response was a little slow, but they picks up 1 point for the Cookies.
1 point for the Cookies. Every point counts.
Won the point.
And we do have some penalties. We have an above shoulders block against Fight Crew. I believe that's a Gizmo in there, and then Stitches in there, and then we also have 2 skaters out for the Tough Cookies. One is Chemical X with the directional block, and then we also have a Vroom in there. I believe was that a
low block?
Low block. I was going to say low block, and then I panicked.
So the Cookies down in blockers, but it's their jammer out first. I believe that's Taya.
Yeah, Taya, lead jammer. You can always tell the lead jammer. There's a person in the middle pointing at them. Right there, Casey, who has the green headband, is pointing at the Tough Cookies jammer, who is lead jammer. But right there you have Metallica, who is doing this X-out thing, and he is saying that the Fight Crew jammer is not the lead jammer. Oh, Taya! Wow, races it, and that pack is out. That pack is far away. And they're telling her to call it off, telling him to call it off.
But it was too late. I believe Fight Crew jammer kicked him up.
I think so. Sometimes you get greedy. I know that feeling.
You know,
You're flying.
I think it's a lot less about greedy and a lot more about, oh my God, I made it through. I got the points.
Yeah, I know. Could you see how Tyra was smiling? I would be smiling too.
I would too.
That's super exciting. So, very exciting there. And we do have a penalty, though, against Tyra.
Yeah, that I imagine it's going to be a power jam. Yes,
Yeah.
it sure is. Cookies are going to be down a jammer on this one.
Yeah, Tyra in with an arms penalty. Advantage now to Fight Crew. They are down by 6 points, 10-16. This has been a pretty tight game. And these power jams, once again, they can define a game very quickly. Samwise Gamgee moving down to the jam line to be the power jammer for the Fight Crew.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say Taya incurred that penalty on the pass here in turn 2, just stomping through the pack. But if you make illegal contact with your arms, as the Fight Crew jammer gets out very quickly,
well,
if you make illegal contact with your arms and advance your position, that's it.
Yeah, I say one thing, though. As you reflect on your life, only remember the good parts of the jam.
Exactly.
Samwise, though, coming into point-scoring position, taken up to the rail by hit and boom. Hindered, great job of containment, and then getting a nice little inside block by Devious Lee.
That was a pretty one, too.
That was a lovely block by Devious Lee.
But I don't think the
all
Cookies are
around.
going to keep Slamwise to 0 points on this one. I believe Slam's already picked up at least 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, look at the different sizes of the blockers on this pack and how much containment they're managed to do on Samwise.
And Slam gets them all. 9 seconds left on the jam clock. Is Slam going to be able to come around for more points? With the pack going this fast, my money's on no. And there's that whistle. 5 points for Fight Crew.
We're bringing it to a 1-point game, everybody. That's exciting.
That is exciting, but unfortunately, Slamwise arms penalty is going to be sitting down. We're trading power jams once again.
Yeah, and for the Cookies, we got hidden with the directional block ×2, and then we've got
Maddox.
No, I just read. Oh, it's a low. The L was confusing me. Maddox with a low blocking penalty. It looked like it was one word. There we go. All right, everyone. It's the Power Jam. One jammer on the floor, one team that can score, and that is your Tough Cookies. They're doing a good job there of holding that tight line. You got to be careful, though. When you do those lateral movements, that's how you can get a directional block.
Oh, great moving by that jammer. Wow. Furious George, just such good footwork.
Yeah, Furious George is such a strong skater.
And only has 2 blockers to help her through that pack, but her footwork is so strong and her speed is so great. She's through again.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. When you only have 2 blockers helping you out, it is pretty incredible to get through that well. All right, we might have had, I think someone might have lost something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Beetlejuke taking up Furious George to the rail, and then a nice block there from Jolteon. We got Wensley Adams cycling up front to cause more pain, as does Kitten Crush.
Yeah, Wensley and Kitten Crush just closed the door.
Yeah, they did. But 10 points on the Tough Cookies, and now they take their lead 26-15.
We've got under 5 minutes to go in the first. I see Rage in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies.
Rage! They're waiting for everything to become legal. Okay, yeah, Rage in the penalty box. And that's with a directional block and a stopping block. And then that is Kitten Crush, and they're also with the directional block. So that's what I said. When you see them, it's almost like a windshield wiper wiping the skater off the track. You have to still be going in a forward motion. If you go completely laterally, you're going to get a directional block.
That's right, because once that whistle blows, everybody has to take off in a counterclockwise fashion, and they can't move. They can't stop moving. They can't stop going counterclockwise. They can't take so much as one single step in a clockwise direction.
And a death crash, jamming for the Tough Cookies. That's Manic Panic, Grammy. Oh, yeah. Manic Panic, jamming for Fight. I believe it's Panic's birthday.
Is it? Oh, happy birthday. You
Happy
got lead
birthday.
jammer for your birthday. Oh, no, that's Anna Chase. I'm sorry. I'm not thinking
Not
about the wrong person.
yet. Hopefully. Hopefully they'll get lead jammer for her birthday. Here comes Anna Death Chase, though.
Met at the back of the pack by Trauma Queen. Takes the action high and then cuts low to evade that blocker. And they're through!
And aggressively calls it off.
I'm calling this off so hard right now.
4 points for the Tough Cookies. Penalties, we got some penalties. Unfortunately, Amanda Panic got a penalty for her birthday, and that's an above shoulders one. And then we also have an illegal procedure by Cinderella.
We don't know what that procedure was, but most frequently it's a false start, just getting started right before the whistle goes.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, I'm not seeing this represented in the penalty box. There we go. It's a power jam, people.
Now it's a power jam.
Now
Get
it's a
excited,
power
Cookies fans!
Yeah, where's those Cookie fans? You're ahead. 2-1.
Well, the Cookie fans are in the chat. Rob Flo says, let's go, Tough Cookies, let's go. Cinderella, and Deathly Hollis says, go Cookies. So the fans are online.
Yeah, we
That's
miss
for
you.
sure.
We miss you, Hollers. Deathly Hollers, we miss you. The battering happens.
Yeah, Stargirl took that jammer down, but unfortunately picked up a back block penalty for it.
All right, Dirty Tricks is free. Once Dirty Tricks is free, things are going to get wild. Yes. Dirty Tricks is free. Fight Crew's trying to race the pack. Cookie's got to come in there and kind of break it up.
Yeah, when that pack is split, both the skaters in the front and in the back have to recreate the pack. Oh!
He's trying so hard to clear that inside line for Dirty Tricks. Didn't quite. Oh, now it's working. Now it's working.
Got all the skaters in red to the high. Left the door wide open for Dirty Tricks to stroll on through. 4 seconds left on the jam clock.
Dirty Tricks is just going for it. Yeah! Dirty Tricks in the form of 5 points. Woo! More penalties. We do have one against, we have a back blocking penalty against Stargirl, and then for Fight Crew, and then we have a directional block, a back block, and that's an arms block. That's three penalties for Mad X. Well done, Mad X. Well done indeed.
If you're going to be one thing, be efficient.
Yes.
Get all your penalties at once.
Yes. You know, you get 7 penalties, so you're out of here.
Oh, and I saw a beautiful transition on the way out of the pack, and that must mean it is hell on wheels for Fight Crew.
Oh, that definitely is hell on wheels. Look at that stride. Now look, the pack has to be within.
What pack?
I know, right? There's no pack. Oh, up through it and calls it off. Luna Showgood finally made it free, but not able to get into a point scoring position. 4 points for Fight Crew to make those red shirts happy. Yeah.
Nobody in the box. Everybody on the track. That's right, it's an all skate. Oh, somebody's got a real cute baby over there. Look at that little baby.
Hi, little baby. I want to sniff the baby's head.
Fight Crew's out first. 976, that's Angel. Racking up another lead jammer.
Yeah, Cinderella out free for the Tough Cookies. And there's that split pack again.
Fight Crew gets it back together. They've kind of surrounded the Cookies, but the Cookies are being a stalwart wall in the middle.
Yeah, that was I don't know. I was trying to think of a great formation name to call that, and I failed miserably.
1 point for Fight Crew. Great communication in the pack, though, as I believe the Fight Crew pivot said, "Call it!" And they did. You love to see it. All right, we are out on the game clock. Are we going to have one more jam in the first?
It looks like we're going to have one more jam, and then we have a quick 5-minute break. During the 5-minute break between quarters, you can buy a drink, you can buy some merch, you can buy some raffle tickets. We do the raffle right here at the end of the 3rd quarter. So if you'll be here while we call numbers, you might as well have a ticket in your pocket. You can pull out and play along with all of us. Plus, we're a nonprofit organization, and we really appreciate the money. Actually, we're not going to start this jam until everyone buys a raffle ticket. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
All right, so the game clock is at 0, but this jam will continue until the jam clock runs out or until the lead jammer, Stargirl, calls it off.
Yeah, Stargirl out of the pack, but so is Fight Night. Fight night, only 10.
Hauling it, though. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I mean, fight night started when she was 7, so.
I don't know, it looks to me like fight night skated her way out of the womb.
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Stargirl gets one, maybe one more. That's right, it's 2 more points for Fight Crew to close out the first, bringing them to 23 to Tough Cookies 35, and that's where it stands at the end of 1.
All right. Hey, we want to thank everybody watching on the YouTube channel. I want to give some love right now to Smackaroni's grandma. First of all, thank you, Grandma Smack, for bringing us the English toffee. That was fantastic.
They were so good.
And you're watching on the live feed from a very warm and sunny Southport in England, while we're in a very dark and dreary warehouse in Vernon. But I tell you this, the sun's starting to come out, probably just because I was thinking of you. Aww. Hey, we want to give a shout out. We want to give a congrats to Luna Shevgood on her 8th graduation coming up. Mom and Dad are so proud of you, Luna Shevgood. So congratulations on your 8th graduation. I guess that's 8th grade.
I think it would be 8th grade.
Yeah, you know, my fondest memory from 8th grade is that is the year I did a book report by reading Will by G. Gordon Liddy. And
in 8th grade, you did
in 8th grade, because there's a list of books, and that was the one my dad had, because my dad worked for the Defense Department, and I have my actual book report of 8th grade, and I drew out Will, and I still think of being like in 8th grade and reading that book, and some things about McGovern I can't even talk about. Anyway, speaking of being 13, we have a happy early birthday to Stargirl, aka Star Feliz Campbell Estrella. Stay 12 forever, Dad. Dad wants to stay 12 forever. I agree. 12's a good age. And then 13, you start reading books about the destruction of the government. Anyway, but I also want to give some love. Again, I heard it's Manic Panic's birthday, so.
Happy birthday, Manic Panic.
And once again, thank you to everyone watching in the chat room or watching on the YouTube Live. And, you know, you might be seeing a fantastic graphic on our roller derby camp. That's right, our juniors camp is July 21st to 25th. And then we have an expo bow right here on July 25th. Our camp is open to girls, transgender, and gender nonconforming, ages 7 to 17, from novice to intermediate skill levels. Skaters must be able to roll on their own unassisted. This camp is designed to teach the fundamentals of roller derby to newer skaters, and this is not intended for high-level junior derby skaters. If you're unsure about your skater's level, just feel free to reach out to Junior Derby, that's JRDERBY, at derbydolls.com, and they can discuss that with you. Everything's all cool. Just reach out. You know, it's like no dumb questions. We know that. All campers receive a 2025 LADD Junior Roller Derby Camp shirt, and expect a week packed with fun, skills, and lots of derby.
Yep, go to www.derbydolls.com/juniorscamp for all the information. And Evil E, you know what else we got going on? Right. It's a karaoke fundraiser, an evening of singing, laughing, and supporting roller derby on Friday, May 23rd. It's just $5 to enter. There's going to be raffle prizes, a food truck, a photo booth, 7 to 10 p.m. at Brewyard. That's right, Brewyard Beer Company, 906 Western Avenue, Glendale, California. Pre-sale cover charge, just $5.
All right, you have 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and there's 2 pages of copy
I'm
the
gonna
DDX
go full
karaoke
micro
fundraiser.
machines on this one.
Yeah,
Nah.
you don't have to. You don't have to.
So how it's going to work is that select All-Stars team skaters are going to take on a karaoke challenge, and you get to set the difficulty by sponsoring a song. So for 1 hour, you can sponsor a skater to sing a song of your choice. For the next hour, it's dueling duets. Singers will pair up, and you can sponsor your favorite skater and belt your heart out together, or select 2 skaters to go up and let it rip. Then 1 more hour of open mic. Sign up to sing. The skaters have warmed up the mic and got it all wet and sloppy for you. Now it's your turn. So get out there. Skaters have selected their favorite songs at various levels of difficulty. They are looking for their sponsors. Is that you? Are you their sponsor?
No, I'm just telling you, you have 1 minute and 22 seconds left to go through more of this copy, but here's some of the songs if you're interested.
No. But I am going to tell you who
right.
the duet skater options are.
Okay.
You can duet with Draft Punk, Gandalf the Cray, Hannah Barbarian, New York Skate of Mine, Skeeve Jobs, or Jane Woe. There's some dreamy duet options there. I like it a lot.
Yeah, Skeeve's in a band, so that would be a good choice.
You can also spin the wheel for $15 and let fate decide what they're going to sing. So this is really fun. It's a little complicated. Just show up, bring some cash, have a marvelous time, and support the Derby Dolls.
Yeah, if you see Egg over there, Egg, one of my favorite people, right there, right when you walk in, you see Egg's waving arms. You can ask Egg any questions, like about junior camp, about this, about, you know, becoming part of Derby Dolls Army. There's all kinds of great stuff. But thank you supporting your local bank track roller derby league. Roller derby is a 90-year-old sport. We are grateful to have brought back bank track roller derby in Los Angeles in 2003, and we've kept it rolling all this time. And I also have to say special happy belated birthday to Casey Cajones. Casey, happy birthday, Casey. Completely ignoring me. No one can hear me.
I can hear you, Evilly.
I know, it's because we're wearing earbuds. All right, everybody, getting ready to start the second quarter of exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla with your junior derby dolls. Or fantastic junior derby dolls. There is nothing greater than junior roller derby in my mind.
PB in the chat says, shout out to Trick, Star, Trauma, and the Room. You got this. Signed, your bestie.
That's incredibly cute. Do you have more in there?
I sure do. Josh Ellman says, let's go, tough cookies. Let's go, deviously, 007. Deathly Holly says, 8th grade graduation. She makes us so proud. Aww.
It's a big thing.
All very cute.
And then 9th grade happens. Boy, I can tell you when I got into 9th grade. All right.
You know, my niece is graduating today, too. She graduated from the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana.
Oh, my God. Congratulations.
Yeah, so shout out to Tess. Tess Foley. Isn't that a great name? Tess Foley.
It's beautiful. All right. You know what's beautiful?
What?
A jam starting.
Yeah, and it is starting with Fight Crew down 1. Phoebe Punisher sitting down for a penalty incurred in the previous quarter, which seems unfair. That was so long ago, Evilly. We were all different people then.
Now look at this blocking here right now happening with Ziggy, Stardust, and Raven. Just incredible how they were just like managing to hold that ground without getting too far ahead. Furious George making it in there, and there goes Thugs Bunny. Stitches trying to make it through up on the high side.
Real nice clear from Jolteon, but unfortunately the blocking was just too tenacious, and Stitches is just getting hung up.
I think someone sat on somebody's head on that one.
You're not allowed to do that.
No sitting on the head, people.
I think there's a penalty, sitting on head, SOH.
Things got quiet when I said that, though.
Yeah.
The only thing you can't do is there's no whistling. Unless you're an enforcer, there is absolutely no whistling. But you can scream, you can shout, you can get out all your frustrations of the week. This is your place to scream, and nobody cares. Nobody can hear you scream in Doll Hall, right?
And that's 3 points for the Tough Cookies. But Cookies Jammer is in the box for a low block.
That's right. Low block in there. Thugs, low blocking penalty. And then Ziggy's got a directional block for the Fight Crew. Although we were told that during these smaller jams that we might allow all skaters to skate. That's not. It is a power jam for the positional blocking.
That's right. We break as Fight Crew Jammer gets on out there in a hurry.
Yeah, that's Trauma Queen. Trauma Queen's out.
We break up in Junior Derby the jams based on experience level. Some jams will not have contact blocking. They'll just have positional blocking. In some jams, it's all going down. So,
yeah, because they're so good.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be fair, you know?
Oh, did you see Apex jump by Trauma Queen? Hello.
Were we just talking about how this was the beginning?
Yeah, this is the beginning.
Smokes.
I never pulled off. I was in Derby. I've been in Derby for 22 years. I've never pulled off an Apex jump in my life.
Well, maybe you should talk to Trauma Queen after, see if she's got any tips.
Seriously.
Starting to pile up those points.
Yeah.
Gets on through, calls it off. 10 big points for Fight Crew. Taking them to 35 to the Cookies. 38, it's a 3-point game.
God. This is exciting, everybody. What a close game. You've sometimes seen it kind of run away, but that's the thing with the juniors, too. They're just so evenly matched in so many different ways.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was wrong. It looks like we have Trauma Queen in the penalty box with an above shoulders block, making this a power jam advantage for the Cookies.
That was the story of the first two, Evilly, was just trading off power jams. That's what you don't want to do. If you get that power jam, the last thing you want to do is give the other guys the chance to make it up. But it's tough because you feel like it's all on your shoulders when you're that jammer.
It is.
And you got to do it all. And that, unfortunately, sometimes that results in them doing too much and getting that penalty.
Yeah, that's Deviously. Deviously knows what's up.
Cookie's blockers have got one back there.
Yeah, they keep holding back Destroyer. Oh, and then hitting that slippery part on the track doesn't make it any easier. Oh. Man, I hate it when you're stuck on the high side.
Looks like they've got split packs, the same in the front, same in the back. Now the pack's in the back. They're going to have to let that skater go in front.
Now, Deviously went into the infield, was concerned about advancing position. If that had happened, then Deviously would get a cutting penalty, and then we'd be trading power jams again.
Yeah, but they were all out of play. All those skaters were out of play evenly. I think Devious probably could have gone on without resetting.
Well,
but
let's see.
They took the safe road, which is smart.
Definitely should always go the safe route. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I played dirty.
I wouldn't always go the safe route, but at this point in the game, I probably would.
Uh-oh, here comes Hasselblack.
Oh, no.
Oh, Hasselblack has some words. Oh, Hasselblack is calling an official timeout by the enforcers. All right.
So it looks like Devious picked up 7 on that, but I also see Deviously sitting in the box. So we're going to have to wait and see what the enforcers have to say about this.
All right, I want to just take a minute to thank our sponsors. We want to thank S1 Helmets, a symbol of protection, protecting the Derby Doll since 2009. Official helmet of the Derby Doll. Shop smart. Shop S1 Helmet Smart. This bout is brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. Also, we want to give a special thank you to our amazing medical staff. If you're looking for a chiropractor or acupuncturist, please visit one of our team. They support the dolls all year round and are some of the best around. Make sure you check them out at derbydolls.com/doll-repair. And if did anyone watch The Golden Bachelorette? Anyone watch The Golden Bachelorette? One of our Derby Dolls medical staff there, Bob Kilroy, was on The Golden Bachelorette. So you know these are wonderful people. And, of course, want to give you an opportunity to support the Derby Dolls in others' way by becoming a member of Derby Dolls Doll Nation. All you have to do is go over to merch and sign up. There's a little code you can scan where you pay your fee, and then once you get that, they will give you a Derby Doll Nation pack, which includes a Derby Doll pin. There's like a lanyard, call holder, 10% off merch, and a free raffle ticket. Plus, you get a card sent to you that personalizes. So you'll have your own, oh yeah, hey, I'm a member of the Doll Nation. And people will be like, what's that? And you'll be like, here's my super cool card that you don't have and I do. All right. And now we're back to the jam. Power jam advantage for Fight Crew. That was a arms penalty against Deviously, and then we have one other blocker out with blocking penalties and 2 of Fight Crew sitting down. So we got some thinned out packs, Trixie.
That's right. It looks like we've got 2 blockers for each team. No, 3 blockers for the green team, 2 for the red team, and no pack to speak of.
Well, the 2 blockers for Fight Crew, though, are Jolteon and Wensley Adams. So that's a tough dynamic duo.
Looked like Jolteon managed to stop Smackaroni, but not for very long. Gonna try it again.
Yeah, just some gentle nuzzling there to try and tell the teammates, no, I don't want you to go.
Little friendly fire there from the Fight Crew.
Ziggy finally making it through on the inside. Smackaroni wanting to throw that final, but couldn't risk a blocking out of play penalty. And you could get those if you're more than 20 feet out of the pack.
Time's running out, and oh no, Jammer goes down.
That was a long jam. 5 points for Fight Crew, bringing it to 40 to 45. Is that right? Yeah, I did math, everyone.
Woo!
5-point game.
And we are once again trading power jams evenly. I see Ziggy Stardust, Captain Ziggy, reporting to the box there along with Jolteon.
Ziggy, what's up with the penalties? That's a back blocking penalty, joining in with Jolteon with the directional block. And then we have Grease Frightening, also directional block, but for the Tough Cookies. Oh, I hear knees. My favorite sound, knees on Masonite. I do not like the sound of knees.
Smasherella makes it out for the Tough Cookies. 40 seconds left on this jam clock, but the pack's moving pretty quick. Cookie's blockers trying to get together and now recapture the action, recapture control of this pack speed.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a bit of a gap, but there's still 22 seconds left on the clock.
Taya managed to get in front of Fight Crew blocker, but didn't hit the brakes. So, you know, you got to control the pack, you've got to slow it down too.
Yeah, so now here's the position. They're getting the pack and starting to pull out a play. You got Mayhem up there trying to decide whether you keep blocking or not. Right now it's all together again, so that's cool. Oh, finally breaks free.
Just as the time runs out, it's 5 points for the Cookies.
Yeah, let's hear it for Smasherella, everybody.
Ooh, here's a shout out. Helix Nebula says, shout out to Chemical X from Croatia. You're international and the coolest.
Oh my God, Chemical X has an aunt in Croatia.
How about that?
That is so cool. I believed I heard that they also had an aunt who used to be one of our fear leaders, Amy, but I'm not sure if that's true or if I got the wrong skater or not. But thank you for watching all the way from Croatia. Can we come visit you, please? Maybe live there. All right, Phoebe Punisher out for the Fight Crew. A lot of action, a lot of screaming in that pack right now.
A lot of screaming everywhere. Everybody's screaming.
All I could do is I could just hear Lusty Lovelace just screaming her head off.
Deviously assessed a low block penalty, goes to the box. You get 7 penalties. Well, you get 6. On your 7th penalty, you are ejected from the game. So we always want the skaters to tighten up a little bit if they get into the first half and they've got, 3, 4, 5.
You want to make it at least through the first half.
You definitely want to make it through the first half.
I mean, otherwise you have to go do cleanup, I think. Is that it?
Nobody's in terrible danger. We've got a couple of folks on 3, including Deviously.
Yeah, I was going to say. I know there's a few.
Mad X is on 4.
Mad
also
X is
for
on
the
4.
Cookies.
Uh-oh, is this a power jam? Oh, it's a power jam. Advanced Tough Cookies.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, oh. Hold on. We got some shuffling going on. Hold on, we're going to figure it out. It always feels so slow when they're not doing anything, but it's not like baseball. This is like the entire game. And then like 2 hours later, something happens.
Right.
Roller derby, something happens pretty much every few minutes.
That's why it's the best sport.
Oh, roller derby is the best sport. Okay, Deviously has a low blocking penalty, and then we have a cutting penalty against Ziggy Stardust. Oh, Ziggy. What up? Oh, was it Ziggy?
That was Phoebe Punisher.
Oh, sorry, Phoebe. I got my numbers mixed up there. I just thought, I said 512 instead of 817. All right, can we go now?
We can go! It's a power jam! Get
Power
excited,
jam.
Cookies fans! Oh my goodness. There's some hard hitting going on in this pack. Jolteon turns around to lay the shoulder right in the sternum.
Yeah, I'd
An
say
assist from 512 there.
Yeah, you have Rage there doing some sort of like Matrix stuff, like almost bending backwards not to fall over. And Jammer is out, and that is for your Tough Cookies.
Furious George.
All right. 10-point game, Cookies in the lead.
Do you suppose they call her Captain George or Captain Furious?
Oh, that's a good question. I would go with Furious, but we had a Furious Georgette, and so that person was, oh dear. A lot of yelling. Going for it.
Yeah, it looked like Furious was clearing the last blocker with just 1 foot on the track and then just went down real awkwardly. Came back up. Ooh, time runs out before Furious can score again. So it's 5 points for the Cookies. Bring them to 55. Fight Crew 40 left in the first. And
all right,
boy, do we have penalties.
Boy, do we have penalties. Okay, Jolteon with an above shoulders block. And then we have Is Hell on Wheels with a low block for Fight Crew. Chemical X, directional block, time 2. Luna Shovegood, directional block, times 1.
All right, so once again, depleted packs.
Oh boy. Having to
Coach
figure out.
Moulin Rouge says, go, 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 and their team does so.
I believe the decision to wear the cookie uniform was because somebody was cold. They're like, this thing's warm. Uh-oh. Oh, timeout being called by the enforcers. Hey, if you're curious what's happening with all these timeouts, you too can become an enforcer. They're the best around. They'll train you. You'll learn all kinds of stuff. You'll meet all kinds of awesome people. If you want to find out more, just go to derbydolls.com or email refs@derbydolls.com or just ask one of them like after the game or something. They'll appreciate that.
And you don't have to know how to skate. There are skating official positions, but there's also non-skating official positions. There's eyes in the sky up here. There's whiteboard, outside pack ref. There's all kinds of stuff that you can be doing out there. And really, they're just some of the best folks in the league. We love the enforcers, and we think you will love them too. Why don't you come and be a part of them?
All right, there's all kinds of ways to be involved with the Derby Dolls. You can join our Fresh Meat program, our Derby Por Vida. Doesn't matter how old you are. If you're above 18, you can tie Derby Por Vida, and it's really fun. Or you can go into Fresh Meat. But I mean, I'm in my 50s, and I skated my the 20th anniversary game in 2023. I went through the Derby Por Vida to remember how to skate again because it'd been a long time. And even in my 50s, I just love being in Derby Por Vida.
Wait, so it's not like riding a bicycle, Evilly?
You know, I was never that great of a skater in the first place. I was just a dirty skater. So yeah, so I'm still learning. I'm still learning roller derby even after 22 years. Oh wait, hey, DJ MacBook Air is going to play us some killer tunes, right?
Heck yeah. That's Keep On, Keepin' On by Bleach. And now, live during wartime, the 2005 remaster by Talking Heads.
Wow.
Take it away.
Did you know all that?
I'm looking at the screen right now, but you know.
Shh, don't tell me that, Trixie.
Sorry, I'm ruining the magic.
You're ruining the magic for me.
I mean, I can identify this song in like 3 notes anyway. So.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty good. I was listening to it, and just like sometimes when you start like isolating the instruments, it's just, especially like, I think I was listening to a mix and someone just had the guitar up a lot higher. I think I was listening on KXLU driving to work or something, and it just, probably listening to, what's his name on Tuesday mornings? Oh, the Zoo Crew.
The Zoo Crew.
The Zoo Crew. He was doing a whole thing about Robert Fripp. Is there any King Crimson fans out there? Yeah.
Oh, hey, you got one.
I've seen King Crimson more times than probably most people, but yeah. But he was playing a great version of Talking Heads that where the guitar is really high and probably in Fripp's honor.
Hey, if you're gonna put one of the instruments up high, make it the guitar. Don't turn up the bass.
Yeah, we'll tell that to my husband. All right, let's get back to roller derby. Yeah, lead jammer for the fight crew out so quickly. But hey, let's say it for the Tough Cookies. They have got their jammer out too. But look at these thinned out packs. That is kind of like the bare minimum of skaters almost.
You know, I think it is the minimum, Evil. It's 2 blockers for each team, blocker and a pivot.
Well, we could have a power jam, and then we would have one less jammer, but that's never that much fun. And that is Angel as the blocker comes right up against Taya, calls it off. Let's see how the points shake out on that. Don't forget, you get ghost points, too, if people are in the penalty box. Did you know that there's ghost points if you're in the penalty box?
I did know that, Evilly.
Hey, you know what else is happening? The sunshine is coming out. Why? Because we are appeasing the gods by playing roller derby. That is what is happening.
Hey, and you know what else? I want to shout out Trauma Queen for a clutch block at the end of that as Fight Crew's jammer was still trying to score some points. Other jammer came up and Trauma Queen went and blocked the Cookies jammer, saved points.
Yeah, well, Anadeath Chase just got a penalty for the Tough Cookies, making this a power jam advantage for Fight Crew. What's up on the scoreboard? Well, I'll tell you, 44 for Fight Crew, 55 for Tough Cookies, 11-point game. Let's see what happens here. Now, running on the skates, that's Samwise Gamgee.
Looked like it was going to be a quick escape for Slamwise, but nothing doing. Cookies lock Slammy up there.
I mean, nothing's easy when you have to get around hidden.
No, indeed. And they go flying between turns 3 and 4. Slamwise getting back on the track and trying again, because what else can you do?
It's really hard to get on the high side like that. You have gravity's not your friend at that point.
Slam hits the accelerator, got one more to beat, and does it. 24 seconds left on the jam clock.
Yeah, deviously with the last attempt, didn't quite work. And then when the jammer gets too far out, if you block 20 feet away from the pack, you will get a blocking out of play penalty. Woo, that clock is ticking down pretty quickly. And Tough Cookies are doing a pretty good job of racing that pack.
Eyes on Metallic Kyle for the points report.
That's right, you can clap. Except just no whistling. You can scream, you can shout, you can stomp your feet. You just can't whistle. But we encourage all the other ones.
I see lots of penalties coming up on that board, Evilly.
Oy,
Most
oy,
of them
oy.
for Fight Crew.
Ay, ay, ay. I'm scared. All right. Well, luckily they're going to call a timeout, so we have time to just figure them all out, right? Is that how it works?
I think so. I don't believe Fight Crew got any points on that power jam.
All right, is everyone having a good time? Do you like roller derby? It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it was invented as a Depression-era sport, and it is one sport that has always been inclusive. It is also has break racial boundaries throughout the history of sports, but it is one of two sports invented in the United States, the other one being basketball. Some people say baseball, but technically they credit that to England, depending on where you look. But roller derby has always been what an incredible sport. Of course, we had some difficult times when people just didn't want to retire and created ways to keep skating long beyond they had to, and it got a bit too theatric, but the women's roller derby revival that happened in the early 2000s, thanks to Devil Dan in Austin, Texas, we have made things real and authentic because that's what we want to skate. Here goes for penalties. So for Tough Cookies, hit with a directional block, and then we got Maddox, also directional block, and deviously with a cutting penalty, must skate. Here we go for the Fight Crew, and thank you so much for like screenshotting that for me. That's Destroya with a legal procedure, and then 522, that's a Star Girl, directional block. All right, everyone get that? We are now gonna have somebody come around and quiz you,
So if three blockers do a penalty, as we officially call it, if they do the boo-boo, you can only sit two of them. So 007 deviously is going to skate in the next jam, and then will sit down even if they skate squeaky, squeaky clean, because they'll be sitting for the penalty they did in this previous jam.
It's like a delayed sentencing. Do you all understand delayed sentencing? Someone out there does.
Hey, someone out there likes King Crimson, so anything's possible.
I know. Did you see the one where they had 4 drummers? Best thing about King Crimson concerts, no bathroom line. And that is Slamwise Gamgee jamming for this power jam. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's not a power jam. And here comes Fight Night for the Tough Cookies. It is just one of those bare minimum jams.
J.R.R. Tolkien is going to rise from the grave and murder you one of these days.
I know. I'm trying for that. I'm also trying for John Oliver to catch on to our coverage here and say, like, Eva Lee really likes to talk about skating the alumni games like that. Anytime John Oliver has a segment and somebody's saying something too many times, I just think that could be me.
And now this.
Roller derby in Los Angeles.
Eva Lee skated the alumni game.
Really loves to talk about it. It's better than that guy from Fox they always have on there. All right, so we have an arms penalty against Lash Out Loud, and then we have deviously is serving the time from that previous jam. Told you, we don't forget.
Fight Crew blockers, they're falling all over the place like summer rain. But it's Kitten Crush out lead for the Fight Crew.
And so it's Macaroni. Well, not out lead, but both of them out. Oh, Kitten Crush. See? Oh, wow. That was great. That was a great slide in.
And great awareness by Kitten Crush to look back, see what's going on back there, and call it off in time to prevent the other team from getting points.
And does a little, like, coming in too hot, and then you do the slide out. That's fun. That's really fun, especially if you're wearing shorts, you know. Oh, he has knee pads. All right, Grease Frightening in the penalty box with a directional block. And this is probably going to be the last jam of the first half, everybody. Make some noise. And then we got halftime.
At halftime, we invite you to go and get some snacks, get some drinks, buy some merch.
Yeah, buy raffle tickets, please. You get cool stuff. Trauma Queen, a lead jammer, jamming for Fight Crew. Cinderella trying to get it out for the Tough Cookies. Oh, look at Trauma go.
Just hitting the accelerator, gets that afterburner, and comes through on the high. Great job by Trauma Queen.
Trauma Queen.
Cinderella out of the pack for the Cookies. Game clock has expired. Jam clock rolls on. 16 seconds left.
I hear a lot of opinions.
A lot of opinions. Oh my goodness.
Trauma Queen through, calls it off. 9 points for Fight Crew, and they take the lead. End of the first quarter. Fight Crew takes the lead 61-55. We'll be starting the next jam with a penalty. Anna Death Chase will be in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies with an arms penalty. All right, we'll see you back here in about 20 minutes.
I'm Susie Snake Eyes, number 30-1.
My name is Iron Maven.
Hi, I'm Dooms Daisy. Everybody around here just calls me Daisy.
My name is Elsa Duff, but everyone knows me as Evil Lee, the announcer for the Los Angeles Derby Dolls.
Rebecca Ninberg, and my skate name is Demolicious, and I'm the co-founder and was CEO of the Derby Dolls for many years, until 2015.
The Derby Dolls were the third league in existence. It was the Texas Roller Girls, and then they split up into flat and bank track, and that was the Arizona Roller Derby, AZRD, and then it was us. And then all these leagues started popping up. So this happened very early on.
The beginning of the Derby Dolls, it was almost like the forming of a band. How do you find room for a bank track and 60 skaters in Los Angeles? It's hard enough to find an apartment here. And now we want to find a place and put a bank track up and skate roller derby in it, something that hasn't happened in decades. It was definitely a very intimidating task to even think that we could accomplish that.
A lot of women our age had grown up watching it, and this nostalgia had come back. First meeting, put an ad on Craigslist, we had we had 20 people. And then our first practice, we had 40. And I was kind of blown away.
We found a way to become part of the community, become more mainstream for everyone. We weren't just attracting the punk rock, rockabilly, rock and roll crowd anymore. We started attracting like families and very normal people that it was like their night going to the roller derby. It was like excitement for them.
We would practice together, we'd go to the bar after, we would hang out. There were a lot of theme parties back in the original days.
Every weekend was a theme party. I remember just thinking like, can't we just like wear normal clothes and just hang out like once? Just have one?
We went and got recruited and checked out a game here and watched Iron Maiden get knocked unconscious and thought to myself, maybe this isn't for me.
There were a lot of things that were a result of like Iron Maiden losing her too.
I think that roller derby is amazing as an outsider sport. And we had the best roller derby skaters in the whole world who would come here and skate, come here and coach.
And when we're selling out juniors and adults, there's an audience for this. There's support for us in the community. I love when it's their first time when they hear about it and they roll in the door. They're like, this is unbelievable. Like, how did I not know this existed?
She said, Maven, if you skate this 20th anniversary bout, you will be maybe the only skater who also skated the very first bout of the LA Derby Dolls. It might just be me and Susie Snake Eyes because it was Siren's Tough Cookies. She would have been on the Tough Cookies, I was on the Sirens. So we would have skated that first bout in 2006, and here we are skating this 20th anniversary alumni bout.
It still felt like home. One of us may have said to the other, like, I'm gonna try not to cry during this. It's been 20 years, and how it has looked has changed so much.
And in the evolution is the ability and the willingness to change. And in thinking about where the league is going, I'm hopeful we, this greater chosen family,
figured out what we can sustain.
I'm so happy that I stayed around on the board, even though I could have said I'm out after 2 years, to get through the hard times, to get to where we are now.
The world needed the Derby Dolls. Women can come into this space and learn about power. When I saw the impact it had in people's lives, in young girls, and it changed the trajectory of their lives, I'm telling you, like, there is nothing that gives me greater joy.
welcome back to the second half of exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla. Y'all having a good time? Yeah, what a game it has been. We have got a fight crew just took the lead in the last jam of the first half, bringing it to 61 to 55 for the Tough Cookies. Cookies have mainly done a lot of the domination in that first half, I felt like. Although that last jam with the fight crew bringing it to the lead, that was pretty spectacular. Trixie, I see you are making some notes there too. I will wait until you're ready to provide some valuable insight.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until the fourth for my valuable insight. Somebody was a little slow this morning. Oops, it was me. But you're right. Fight Crew did outscore the Tough Cookies 36-20 in the second, really turning on the offense, and both teams exchanging a ton of power jams. I'm sure the coaches of both teams had a lot to say about that during the halftime pep talks.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid of how much I would not have wanted to trade that many power jams and then have to have that little halftime discussion. Well, we're glad you're all here. The Los Angeles Derby Dolls formed in 2003, keeping bank-tracked roller derby alive in Los Angeles. We're a nonprofit organization. Thank you for supporting us, and welcome back everybody on YouTube. The sun is coming out, Smackaroni, Grandma Smackaroni, if you're curious. I hope it's still sunny in Southport, but it's finally getting sunny here in Vernon. And we do have a skater from the Tough Cookies in the penalty box. That's Annadeth Chase in there with an arms penalty. So let's see how this one comes together.
And we're going into jam 27.
By the way, we're going into jam number 27, which is also Luna Shovegood's number, by the way. Just a little fun fact for you. Oh, that was kind of poetic in its own way. Hidden, jamming for Tough Cookies, out lead, slamwise into the infield.
We got a shout out to Hidden from Liliana Narvaez. Sorry, Liliana, I just butchered your name, but the shout out, I said it right.
Well,
shout out to Hidden.
Maybe I can, yeah. And Hidden, it worked. Up to the lead, calls it off. That should be a clean 4 points for the Tough Cookies.
That is the power of shout-outs. Even when I don't pronounce people's names right, the shout-out power lingers. It drives these skaters on. So you should always send in your shout-outs. Send them in at the chat.
Yes, I mean, I personally feel like I'm the Joan Rivers of roller derby with butchering names, but my mother was an immigrant, and I came here with an articulation problem, and even years of therapy didn't work. So now I just say things wrong on a microphone and don't care. Yay!
All right, Fight Crew's jammer in the box with an above the shoulders penalty. That's slamwise Gam
G with an above the shoulders. Gam G. And then
Hidden.
Yeah, Hidden's got a back block in there. So I think we got to figure out what's going to happen there because yep, there goes Daisy. Daisy's going to like say, hey, we're going to put It's Hell on Wheels on the jam line. And I believe is that good?
Yep, that's good.
Are we good?
Yep, both. So when both jammers have penalties, both jammers go to the box, but both teams get jammers because this game is real boring if there's no jammers.
Yeah, no jammers just makes it kind of couple skate, and that isn't so fun. Oh, look at It's Hell on Wheels versus Rage! Rage in the lead! Oh, man, and that is one fast-moving pack. Rage coming into position. Oh!
Wow.
That was some fast derby.
Fast derby and clever derby. If you saw, Rage was not even crossing over through the turns, just picked her line, got low, and rode it out, and just made up so much time in those turns. Amazing skating from Rage.
Yeah, and Chemical X in the penalty box with a directional block.
You know, the report from sunny Southport is it's been glorious here, and it's going to be sunny tomorrow, too.
Oh, that's great.
Smackaroni in this pack, in the big tumble of everybody who went down as both jammers get out.
Yeah, Smack and Raven both out, and a little jammer race there, and decided to call that one off.
Got some more shout-outs in the chat. Shout-out to Greased Frightening on graduating 12th grade, now on her way to Vassar.
Oh,
how about that?
Wow.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, that is so cool. But I don't want Grease Frightening to go. That's so sad.
Vassar, come on.
We do have, speaking of which, grease frightening directional lock penalty, joined by Smackaroni. Maybe that's the negative of the power, the shout outs. They got distracted, now they're in the penalty box.
Going to Vassar by way of the penalty box.
But first, let me set this penalty out. Taya jamming,
Yeah, Taya was not going to get caught again, not calling it off when the bench coach said call it off.
Yeah,
I heard one call it off, and Taya was just like, boom, got it.
That's a hard lesson to learn.
Yep.
And you never want to repeat it. But remember, just remember the good parts. That's the thing with your mind. It's like you can just erase the bad parts and remember the good parts, if you like. Or you could be one of those people who erases the good parts and remembers the bad parts. But personally,
no, don't do that.
Yeah, I remember the good stuff, or let the bad stuff go away. And right now, very good is Frida Brallo jamming for the Tough Cookies. I believe that's Destroyer. Is that correct? Why do I keep losing my glasses? Not that it helps that much. Yeah, Frida Brallo, lead jammer for the Tough Cookies. We've got a tied game if you haven't noticed. 61-61. Oh, Frida getting knocked into the infield as to re-enter that pack without getting an advancing position. And just as Fight Night is hitting the Destroyer, that is when Frida Brallo is coming through, but gets up quickly. More scrambling there on the second turnway, or straightaway. Let's see how that one shakes out. 0.
But once again, some penalties. Looks like it's the Cookies in the box this time. Number 17, that's Dirty Tricks.
8 points for the Tough Cookies. They take the lead, 69-61. And yeah, I see Dirty Tricks in the penalty box with a multiplayer block, and Devious Lee with a directional block, and also a stopping penalty there against Destroyer. Power Jam advantage Tough Cookies.
Cookies looking to extend their newly hatched lead. Cookies led for most of the first half, with Fight Crew taking control in the very last jam of the second. It's been closely matched up since then, and this is a chance for Cookies to unmatch it. But first, they're going to have to get through this enormously powerful blocking pack Fight Crew's put up.
Yeah, I'm just watching Furious George here, just the amount of, and then like an elbow to the face there from Jolteon. Well, I can't really call that, but it was more of a height thing, so I don't think it was like intentional. It's just, Jolteon is just holding that line so well.
And the star's been passed.
Oh, that's right. The stripe on the helmet makes them a pivot. You can pass the star to the pivot, and they can become the jammer. This jam just got a whole new energy there. Thugs Bunny being taken out by Jolteon, and here comes Rage. Oh, Rage. Friendly fire on her own teammate. Coming in hot.
Yeah, Rage tried to ride their blocker through the pack, but unfortunately just sent both of them into the infield.
I believe that's 4 points, though. I think that's what
I saw some fingers coming up.
I did see fingers.
Metallic Isle definitely has fingers. We've got that confirmed. Confirmed fingers on pack ref, jam ref.
But
Metallic Isle.
the thing you most have to admire about Metallic Isle is the socks.
Love the socks.
The socks are great. Yeah, totally. Okay, so Jolteon in the penalty box for the Fight Crew with a directional block. And then we got Rage in the penalty box with an arms for the Cookies, joined in there by Furious George with an illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure. I wonder if that wasn't because the star pass happened while the recipient was out of bounds.
Oh.
Because I can't say for sure, but that's what I thought I saw evilly during that pass. I think Rage had 1 foot out of bounds, which I think would make that an illegal procedure. Or I could be talking out of my ear, and it could have been something else entirely.
Yeah, after 6:30, I'll be talking out of something else. But I appreciate that. It seems like right now, Metallic Isle cannot give the Tough Cookies their points because he's cleaning up some liquids that was spilled by their bench. So
Naughty bench.
Yeah, so he has to clean out their bench. Did he give them their points? Oh, yeah, 4 points. He did give them their 4 points. So 4 points for the Cookies. 73-61. Power Jam advantage. Fight Crew is hell on wheels. Coming on through.
This Hell on Wheels is so elusive out there. Oh my goodness, how?
Wow.
I ask you how.
That was incredible.
And the answer is with uncommon grace and style.
That was incredible. Oh, wow. Backwards, sideways.
Almost hung on, but just went off right in the front.
Yeah, Is Hell on Wheels is such an apropos name.
Yeah.
And wow, coming through again, we have got 17 seconds still on the jam clock, and the Fight Crew J have the Tough Cookies at a standstill almost. And that is just giving all this time for Is Hell on Wheels to come through again. They could take the lead. Oh, jam clock off. Give it up for Is Hell on Wheels, everybody. Woo, number 14.
Number 14 racks up 10 for Fight Crew, taking them to 71. Tough Cookies, 73.
Wow. Bringing it to a 2-point game with that 10-point power jam. Although we do Smackaroni in the penalty box with the directional block and failure to reform. That's two penalties served in one time.
Smack still in pretty good shape. That's unofficially third penalty for Smackaroni. As once again, Trauma Queen is out and lead for Fight Crew. Trauma Queen's having a great game tonight.
Yeah, Trauma Queen is having a fantastic game. That's Anadeth Cash.
What?
Case. I know. It's always someone's going to be tough on
You just gave her 3
I know.
names.
Anadeth is going to have so many names for me, but sorry. You have to consider our old feeble minds. You have to remember that roller derby announcers skated roller derby, and we've had some head trauma.
Yeah, the helmet technology's gotten much better.
I didn't have an S1 helmet when we were doing all kinds of dumbass stuff with Blade. So like
Those helmets were
I don't even know what was up with my helmet.
They were skeevy. They were not skeeve jobs. They were the other kind, the
no,
bad kind of skeevy.
Well, they're from Big Five. And we do have penalties, an orange penalty there, making this a power jam advantage for the Fight Crew, who has a 2-point lead. They're also down a blocker because Mayhem is serving a penalty.
For an illegal block of all things. Oh my goodness. Just jousting at the front of this pack. Phoebe Punisher just getting knocked by blocker after blocker in green. But just keeps coming, and Phoebe's through.
Wow. Great move there from Phoebe. By the way, thank you for the candy bar. I've been reminded that announcers need snacks too. Thank you. I know. Do I look weak? I'm getting frail. Totally getting. I still skate dirty, but
you look strong to me, Believe.
Okay.
You do strength training.
I do.
You lift weights and stuff.
Lift heavy 3 times a week, no matter what. I'm telling you right now, never neglect your upper body strength ever. Whoever's watching this, remember.
Because Evil will get you.
Yeah, I'll try to arm wrestle you, and then you'll regret it. All right, you'll be like, oh, a 55-year-old woman just kicked my butt.
My daughter tried to arm wrestle me the other day. It did not end well for her.
Oh, good for you. Oh, good for you, Trixie. You're a badass, though. You're a stunt woman.
She started lifting with me, actually.
Well, if I got my mom kicked my ass in arm wrestling, I started lifting too. Nobody in the penalty box. And very quiet. Hey, everyone over there alive? Y'all okay? Make some noise. Come on. Yeah.
We need proof of life in the stands,
We
please.
do need
Thank
proof
you.
of life. Oh.
Whoa.
I mean, especially when that just happened. Oh, Thug's Bunny.
Thug's Bunny is out.
Thugs went into the infield, I think had a moment of like, am I re-entering without advancing my position, all that kind of stuff. And then Thugs went. And now Thugs in a point scoring position. Well, it looks like Beetlejuice has made it out though for the Fight Crew.
All right, calls it off. Great jam from Thugs Bunny. Thugs' dad is in the chat, says, go Thugs from dad.
Who those 4 points?
Maybe.
3, 4. Yeah, and Cookies take the lead again, 77-75.
Can they hold on to it?
Wow. And don't forget, everybody, end of this jam, we do the raffle.
End of this quarter.
I mean, end of this quarter, end of this jam. End of this quarter, so we're like 5 minutes away, 4 minutes away from the raffle, depending on how long this.
Do you know how many power jams we can fit into 4 minutes, Evilly? It's at least
lot.
4.
It's at least 4.
And we're
true.
about to have another one because I see oh no, this is double jammer down. Okay, jammers from both teams have committed penalties.
Yeah, that was a low blocking there for Fight Crew for both their jammer and their blocker, and then low blocking also for Thugs for the Tough Cookies, and then Rage in there with an illegal block. Illegal block.
Illegal. That block was illegal.
We'll have to investigate what that one was.
It was illegal.
It's
That's what it
illegal.
was. Shout out to Jolty On from Jolty Mom. Hi, Jolty Mom.
Oh, Jolty Mom, are you here? I haven't seen you. Where's my Jolty Mom?
Evil Mrs. Jolty Mom.
I know. I was hanging out with my buddy Lucy, though. Lucy loves me, and I love Lucy.
There was a whole show about that.
Was there?
Yeah.
Aw, it's a good name for a show. Okay, now Winsley Adams going up on the track. Now Winsley Adams coming off the track. Okay, so it looks like, Cookies adding to their penalties. We have got Chemical X with the low blocking. So basically, the Tough Cookies are down to 2 blockers. Oh, here comes Hasselblack. Hasselblack's going to figure it all out, everybody. That's what's
Hasselblack's
going to happen.
seen enough. Hasselblack
Yeah.
says, all y'all sit down while we figure this out.
Hey, I want to thank everyone in the chat room, especially my friend Truck Driving Kimmy. Kimmy is hauling 32,000 pounds of medical supplies from Boston, Massachusetts to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Do we have Convoy cleared? We need to get like a Truck Driving Kimmy theme song. It's only been like 15 years. I think it's time.
One of my favorite stories about Truck Driving Kimmy is Kimmy decided she was going to drive. It was like this. So I knew Kimmy from working at a village in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And she would like take her vacation. She always go on a road trip and usually see some sort of country music festival. And she decided to listen to cassettes she hadn't listened to in a long time. I think it was Michael Jackson's Thriller. She put in her cassette player and it wouldn't eject. So the entire drive from Las Cruces to Nashville and then back, she had to listen to it all the time. Otherwise, and she couldn't get it to stop at all. It was either that or no music. Kimmy's a great person. Known, like I said, Kimmy for a very long time.
And Thriller's a great album. If you got to be stuck with one, that's I can think of a lot worse.
And remember, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So something like that. Kimmy's going to correct me. All right, so it seems like, yes, we have basically a double jammer down situation, and then 2 blockers on the Cookies are sitting in the box. So we're going to see how this is going to shake out into the next jam.
Looked like Metallica was explaining some stuff pretty animatedly over there at the Cookies bench. I'd give a nickel to know what was going down there.
Kyle's a man of style.
Style and Kyle.
He was going to go with he was going to go with Style and Kyle, but then
I don't know. I think Metallica's way harder.
It's hard for me to say. As are most things. Kitten Crash versus Grease Frightening.
Oh, man. Frightening go.
I love watching Grease Frightening run. Oh, man. Kitten Crash in there. That was brutal. That was so good. 3 points?
All right, so despite the incredible speed that Grease Frightening had coming up as that jam ended, whistle blew. Yeah, I just watched the replay. True story. Did not pass anyone, and so no points for the Cookies on that one.
Ziggy, why are you in the penalty box? Cutting penalty. No guilt. Think about what you've done. Just kidding.
Ziggy doesn't look that guilty.
I know. I love Ziggy so much. I love all these skaters so much. What am I saying? Angel, lead jammer, jamming for Fight Crew.
Looks like Cookies Jammer still in the pack, so there's an opportunity here for Fight Crew to pick up all 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Cookies Jammer just cannot get by that 3-wall of the Fight Crew.
Yeah, well, Trauma Queen's in there, so, you know.
That's good.
That's already going to be a problem.
Yeah, but Smasherella has had some good... Oh, Smasherella's out, so that's the important thing.
Good job, Smash.
Smash is on the run.
Fight Crew Jammer called it off.
Wow. There's some, like, you know... I think I'll wait. No, I'll do it now. I love that.
So
Smash
did get past before escaping, so that's 5 points for Fight Crew. Or it's 4 points. I don't know. I thought I saw him hold
I thought it was 5. All right, Anna Death Chase in the penalty box. Low blocking penalty for the Tough Cookies. Sorry, I have to answer the spam. Oh, no.
Evil's getting a call.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a job
Evil's
offer
getting a call.
that I can make $5,000 a week. Maddox jamming for the Tough Cookies. Slamwise keeps getting stuck in that pack for Fight Crew. Let's see if the cookies can even this out a little bit more. 3-wall being put up by Fight Crew.
Slam looking to go on the offense, gets past.
Oh, Mad Cat coming through. BB Punisher.
Slam takes the opportunity to get on out of that pack, but was already a point. 18 seconds left on the jam clock.
Yeah, sometimes you're a jammer, sometimes you're a blocker, sometimes you're a point. You want to definitely avoid the point if you can.
And sometimes you're all three in the same jam, as just happened to Slam YCMG.
It's a lot of multitasking. Someone was telling me their kid took their driver's test and they were just blown away by their spatial awareness and just all their awareness of everything surrounding them. I'm like, yeah, that's what roller derby does for you. It gives you incredible awareness. BB Punisher in the penalty box with a low blocking penalty. And looks like that's a Fight Night in there for the Tough Cookies directional block. Fight Night not often in the penalty box.
Well, you don't see that too often, but
it happens.
It happens. Happens to everybody.
Not the skaters who skate clean, Trixie.
Yeah, well, sometimes it happens to skaters who skate clean if they skate with somebody who. Oh, see, they gave Fight Night an extra one just because you were talking smack.
Fight Night got 2 directional blocks. Right on. Congratulations. Oh, here comes Rage.
I swear, Rage just like warps through the track. I
know.
That didn't look physically possible.
Oh, man. Stitches in the back, being taken to the rail by Furious George.
Nice little tap to the rail by Wensley Adams, but let's Rage go rather than risk blocking out a play.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
The crowd loves it. So do I. And you know, I'm not really cheering for any team, but man, I just love to see gorgeous derby when I see it, and I see it just about every time Rage puts on that star.
Yeah, I love watching Jolteon block too.
Yep.
All right. Gizmo is jamming there, and Gizmo's made it out, but too late. Damage done by the Tough Cookies. Oh my gosh, 15 points for the Tough Cookies.
That is a big one. 97-82 at the end of 3.
All right, y'all. Oh, we will have some penalties, but if it's the end of the third quarter, it's raffle time, everybody. Isn't it? It's raffle time, right? Yeah, come on now.
Definitely raffle time. If you asked me what time it was, I would tell you, Evalie, it's raffle
I forgot.
time.
If any one of the juniors wants to come up here and call raffle with me.
You better hurry up.
You better hurry up. Anyone want to come up here and announce raffle with me? You can do it.
I'll do it, Evil.
Oh, you will?
Yeah, I'll announce raffle.
Bring me a small child, someone.
Wow, I just got rejected. Fine, I'll go over here and do stats.
No. Okay. We have Egg, and Egg is great. Hi, Egg. What's up? Okay, so the first prize is going to be a Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood train and figurines. The winner is, I'll use this. I feel like I should have that person win something too. All right, the winner is 478805. 478805. Do we have a winner? 805? If we have a winner, make some noise. Come on down here by snacks and you can get your prize. All right, and then the winner of the second prize is a water bottle, a $10 Starbucks gift card, grab bag, and then and so the winner of that, sorry, I'm awkward, I know. I'm never gonna get over it. I'm this old, I'm still awkward. And the winner of this is 175315. 175315. Oh, do we have a winner? Yay, come on down to snacks. All right, you can draw this one, Egg. You draw the one for the Fall Guys 12-inch plushy fairy corn. You grab this one. Yeah, Egg's shaking it up. Ooh, I keep doing it. I have OCD as well. Okay, so the winner of the Fall Guys 12-inch plushie is 478781. Oh my gosh, yeah, I know, you're awesome. Can I do the raffle now? And now, 478781. 781, anyone? Oh, yeah, we got a winner. Either that or someone's yawning. I'm not sure. All right. And then the fourth one is a gift bag of Derby Dolls merch. The winner of this one is 478-822. 478-822. 822. Anyone? All right, you won. Go down to Snacks, get your prize. Thank you all for playing the raffle, and we'll be right back to you with the fourth quarter of exciting roller derby action right here in Dahala. Thank you. All right, welcome back to the fourth quarter of exciting roller derby action here in Dahala. We have got Fight Crew versus Tough Cookies, and it has been a game of a lot of lead changes, but right now it stands 82 points on the board for Fight Crew, 97 for Tough Cookies. Trixie, this has been a game of power jams for sure.
It has been power jam after power jam. Just team after team just wants to skate solo out there. And the Cookies, after getting held to 20 in the second, came back with a whopping, I believe we say whopping, 42 points to Fight Crew's 21. And that's why they are knocking on 3 digits here. And Fight Crew's still playing catch up.
Yeah, well, Fight Crew has a main advantage right now. The penalties have really thinned out for the Cookies. They are down to the minimum of players, which is 1 blocker and 1 pivot, and that is Smack, and that is Grease Frightening. No, yes.
And so on that power jam, we got 512. Who's 512? That's Captain Ziggy.
Oh yeah, that's Ziggy. Ziggy's out. Ziggy is your lead, or your power jammer,
and has already picked up 5 and has 26 seconds to add to that.
Yeah, so you got that 4-wall there. Oh, wow! Slick. The 4-wall did nothing when you skate that close to the edge without worrying about falling off. That was amazing.
5 more points will tie it.
Oh! That's the thing too, you just gotta get your hips around that person. Oh, and you get the ghost points. Let's give it up for Ziggy, everybody. That was beautiful.
Now, if that official holds up 15, we got a tie game, and yes, indeed, 15 points, folks. That's a tie game, 97-97.
Wow, 15 points, and we got penalties against both blockers from that. There's Grease Frightening and Smackaroni both in the penalty box with directionals. That was an exciting jam.
And that is the danger when you have just 2 blockers, is that those blockers will try to do too much, and you'll have 2 blockers in the next jam. So Cookie's got to stop the bleeding here defensively.
Yeah, Mayhem is coming out for the Fight Crew. We got Taya is still trying to get through for the Tough Cookies.
Picks up 3, 4, and 5. That's a full pull for Fight Crew. 30 seconds left on the jam clock.
Yeah, don't forget those ghost points. They get the minute the jammer blocks past the first blocker in the back, past their hips, they get those ghost points. Yeah, so sometimes the track gets a little slippery. Oh, Mayhem, I'm calling it off. It's exhausting out there, people.
Mayhem breathing a big sigh of relief because Taya was coming in hot.
Yeah. It's exhausting.
You can call it off. If you've re-entered legally on both skates, you can then call it off even if you fall down. But you can't call it off from the infield.
Tire with a low blocking penalty, and that is going to make it a power jam advantage for the Fight Crew. Now they're up by 5 points, 102 to 97.
Fight Crew has trailed most of the game, but they have kept it oh so close. This is a huge opportunity for them in the final quarter of the game.
Oh, Stargirl out. Lead. Only is our power jammer.
Phoebe Punisher is trying to slow down their teammates, but unfortunately they let their cookie goat go.
Oh, here comes Star. Yeah, that is a fast-moving pack. See, now the pack is out. If the pack's out of play, they have to let Star go. But they're not quite getting that far out. Oh, outside of defense. Coming in there.
Star felt a little contact on the back and went, what? Huh?
Yeah, like Mad X was really trying for that block, but
Mad X now caught behind the Fight Crew 4 wall.
Yeah, Mad X also with 5 penalties, I believe. So. Oh, nice block thrown there by Deviously at the end.
Great defensive effort from the Cookies. Holds Fight Crew to just 5.
5 points. You know, an interesting thing about roller derby is like in most sports, you have the same lineup for like, I don't know, forever. Here, every minute it changes. Just like literally every minute it changes. It's pretty cool. Not so cool hitting in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies.
Yeah, it's comparable to hockey. You have lines that generally skate together. You send them out every minute and a half or so. But you're right, you generally don't see this kind of constant substitution.
Yeah, I mean, I live my life like roller derby, 1 minute at a time. Mainly because I'm getting old and I keep forgetting what happened a minute ago. All right, so we have got hidden with a directional block, deviously illegal block, and Mad Cat also a legal block, or is that directional block? But we have a must skate situation because you have to field a blocker and a pivot. So that's what Tough Cookies need to do. So they're gonna, we're taking a moment to rethink this. Yeah, taking a moment to rethink this. Don't forget, everyone, if you're interested in the juniors camp, that's coming up July 21st to July 25th, and then an expo bout on July 26th. Please go to derbydolls.com, and you can find out all kinds of information on that. Once again, I want to thank everybody who's been watching on our YouTube channel. If you can't be here in Doll Hall, and make sure you watch us on our YouTube channel. We really appreciate it. Our Rad Crew is a completely volunteer-run group, and yet they put on these incredible boutcasts over and over, and the level of production is so amazing, and it's all by our fabulous skaters up here. We got like Gandalf from Screen Queens running things as our head rad person today. And then, by the way, we also have some information around about our DDX fundraiser. DDX is the all-star team, and they'll be heading to Battle in the Bank, and they're doing a fundraiser. So there's some flyers for that out front too. Make sure you stop by the merch booth and get some merch and pick up some flyers and all kinds of good stuff. Support roller derby. We need the money.
Save that date. That is Friday, May 23rd. I do believe that's this coming Friday, Evalie, yeah?
Yeah, I will be in Vado. I will be flying into El Paso, and then I'll be at the Vado Speedway probably by that point. You ever been to Vado?
No. Well, I didn't know you. I wasn't sure you were talking to me.
Yeah. All right, Dirty Tricks out lead for the Tough Cookies, and then here comes Slamwise.
Trix needs to catch this pack, but also needs to keep an eye on Slamwise, and sure enough, calls it off. I think that was a very wise decision. That pack was booking. Even if Slam wasn't breathing down Trix's neck there, it was going to take a lot of time off the clock just trying to catch that pack. 2 Cookies blockers in the box, 1 for Fight Crew. Shout out to Cookies coaches Mulan and Jazz from Nicole Plaza in the chat.
Aw, and we do have Phoebe Punisher in the penalty box with the Fight Crew with a directional block. And also we have in there forward, you got a bunch of penalties for the Tough Cookies. Devious Lee directional block, Fight Night directional block.
And Devious Lee has been ejected.
Oh, Devious Lee ejected. What? Oh, Furious George fighting really hard to get to the back of that pack. Oh, Ken crushed this so close.
I see a red flag being waved by the Cookies bench. I don't think that's to cheer the Fight Crew on, Evilise. So.
No, it sounds like we got a challenge happening here. Challenge. That's right. They're like, oh, you know, Hasselblack is so lovely.
Hasselblack
just like, oh, challenge. So polite.
Businesslike.
Yes.
Professional.
All right, we have a 7-point game here. Where's our Tough Cookies fans? Where are you at? Yeah, you hanging in there?
They need you to cheer, folks. They need your support.
Yeah, they got a lot of penalties there, but they're being challenged. How's our Fight Crew fans doing? Yeah. Yeah, and if you haven't chosen what team you want to be a fan of, you know, yay Derby Dolls, right? Woo! Okay, so we're still, we have quite these penalties here to be figured out.
That's right. Furious George, captain of the Cookies, was assessed an above the shoulders. That's either hitting someone above the shoulders or leading with something on your body that's above the shoulders, leading with your head to do a block. We don't know which it was, but I'm going to assume that is what the Cookies are challenging because Furious George was wearing the star. So if Furious is sitting next jam, it's going to be a power jam in favor of Fight Crew. Rage also assessed a penalty on that one for directional block, bringing Rage to 6. So for all I know, that might be the thing they're contesting too, Evilly, because with Rage on 6, we could be in danger of losing Rage pretty soon too. There's still over 9 minutes to go in the game, and that would be a big blow to the Cookies, who are trying to make up a 7-point deficit. Rob Flo says, let's go, Tough Cookies, there in the chat. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, I looked at that text message. Apparently, I owe a bunch of fines for tolls.
Ooh, Evilly didn't pay her tolls.
Even though, as of today, your tolls are unpaid. If you don't pay them tomorrow, they're going to suspend my motorcycle and
oh no,
face legal action.
You don't even drive your motorcycle no more.
No, I actually have been riding my motorcycle a bit.
Have you been riding it through toll gates willy-nilly?
Yeah, I've been doing that, Trixie.
You're a bad girl.
My ride in my Subaru from Hollywood to Atwater every day apparently has accrued some tolls. That's a hellish
that toll. You get that big toll as you're driving through Griffith Park.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you, the toll is trying to go through by the Hollywood Bowl and the Greek and in the summer. That's gonna be tolling. I'm gonna go ahead and delete and report that as drunk.
I gotta tell you, if this was a game about screaming, I think Fight Crew would win hands down.
Yeah, look at them. Well, they want some noise. Yeah, Fight Crew. Yeah, look at that.
I gotta appreciate that.
You're Fight Crew.
And I love screaming.
See? Yeah, let's get some. Oh, this is nice. Woo, Fight Crew.
Hats off to that
see,
one.
don't you
That
feel
was
better
great.
now? Wasn't that fun? That was fun. I like it when things are fun.
All right, Kingslayer is gonna lay down the law to both of these coaches here, Moulin Rouge and Lusty Loveless. I talked to Moulin about the cookie because she was kind of sweating it there at
really?
halftime. Well, yeah, and
Well,
I
the
said
sun
I thought
came
you
out.
were cold, and she said, well, I was, but now I'm sweaty. So nobody likes a sweaty cookie. So Moulin is just
Some
just
people,
being her
I like a
natural
warm
self.
cookie. You know,
A warm cookie sounds good. A sweaty cookie? Challenge was lost. That above the shoulders penalty and the directional block will both, whichever one was being challenged, they're both officially happened.
You know what else is happening today? Eurovision.
Hell yeah, Eurovision.
Yeah, my brother, he did his postdoc in Germany. He's an astrophysicist, and he's the one who taught me about Eurovision.
I will have more to say about Eurovision, but right now it's all about Fight Crew. This is a power jam. It's all about the Cookies defense trying to hold Fight Crew from extending their 107-100 lead. 9:19 left to go in this game.
Yeah, it is. High as hell on wheels as your power jammer. Oh, Luna Shevgood sneaking away, doesn't want to be goaded in the back.
Yeah, Luna Shevgood, great footwork getting away. But now it's Smackaroni having to fight their way out. And the pack is just about stopped, which is red meat for his hell on wheels.
Oh, man, tries to go through on the high side. That was a fantastic block there from Grease Frightening. Hey, even if they still get through, just slowing them down to brace that clock a bit, it's all you need to do. It's the control of the clock. See, that's what they're doing. They're running that pack. Winsley Adams is trying to get in there, break it up a little bit more. See, every time you see Wild Bill say where the pack is, you got to get into it. Is hell on through. Looks at the clock. Clock is 0.
5 points for Fight Crew.
0 for Cookies.
Fight Crew sets our lead 15. Hold up.
15.
Well, I saw him hold up 5.
5
15
plus
points.
10.
5 plus 10.
Oh, that happens so often. We forget this plus 10 part. Stitches in the penalty box with a stopping penalty.
Sorry, it would have been a lot more exciting if I'd said the right number.
Yeah.
Still pretty exciting. 122 to 100 in favor of Fight Crew. Cookies are going to have to pour it on in the next 7 minutes, 47 seconds to reclaim this game. But it's Fight Crew out in front with Trauma Queen once again.
Yeah, Anna Death Chase, lead jammer for the Cookies. Here comes that racing pack.
Pack's depleted once again. 3 blockers for each team.
This is like old school derby. We only have 3 blockers. Oh, wow. Trauma Queen again, holding her own. That was really fantastic.
Yeah, Trauma Queen just holding that inside and finessing through. Not very much space at all. Trauma Queen whipped their head around to see where the other jammer was, hit the hips, called it off, and that's that for that jam.
Yeah, way to hold your space. It's a good thing. Derby teaches you to hold your space. I like that.
All right, nobody in the box. Boy, that track looks awful full, Eva-Lee.
It does.
We haven't seen that many bodies
Full
up there
of
in a minute.
awesome roller derby skaters. I think is somebody are kids into screamo again or something?
I don't know. That was amazing though.
That's pretty good. That would be me if I was skating. I yelled a lot. I was very vocal as a skater. Sometimes talking to myself, which I feel like I'm doing right now. Okay.
I'm listening. Should I do more active listening? Should I look at you and nod?
Yeah, she should do those monomos or whatever. Oh, hidden. Coming up, SPV Punisher. And gets we got 3 points there for Tough Cookies.
Cookies have a jammer on the line. Fight Crew do not. I see, who's that? Stargirl reporting to the box for a cut penalty.
Cutting penalty.
So Stargirl is cut. This is a huge opportunity for Tough Cookies. Tough Cookies fans, they need your support right now more than ever.
That's right.
Make some noise for your skaters.
And we got on the jam line, we've got Rage.
Rage is very much capable of racking up 15 or even more points in a single power jam, but Rage is going to have to get out early to do it.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to pull that pack into an out-of-play situation. They're bridging a bit on that.
Jolteon being held in the back by a determined knot of Cookies blockers, but Jolteon meets Rage at the rail.
Oh, man. The lateral movement that Rage has, just to kind of maneuver that.
She needs every iota of it to get through that triangle of red at the front, but Rage does it. 23 seconds left on the jam clock, 10 points down. How many more to go?
Taken up to that rail. Oh, being really held to that rail.
Yeah, but I love Rage's hips never stop. She's still driving the hips past the blocker, even as she's being held to the rail.
Oh, so close.
74 runs up to give a help, but that was a huge power jam. 14 points! Woo! 117-126. This is still very much anyone's game. Chemical X in the box for the cookies. For a directional block.
Yeah, we can crush with the directional block for Fight Crew. Wow. Oh, it's on wheels versus Grease Frightening. Oh, they are neck and neck. They are switching, making it. Oh my God, it's coming in hot. Coming in hot. Oh man, that was so good.
No points for the cookies, 2 points for Fight Crew. What a jammer battle, Evilly.
Yeah, that was so cool. I was waiting for one of them to just call it off, and it just seemed like you couldn't quite say that you were lead jammer at that moment.
Yeah, it's just, how can you call it off if you can't even tell if you're lead? The crowd goes silent.
I know.
This is very exciting roller derby action.
I know. I see.
Don't stare at me, I'm whispering.
Do not mess with Cry Trap, please. There goes Angel. I tell you, Angel's really been finding her stride throughout the game.
Yeah, Angel's been lead jammer many, many times that Angel's been up today, so.
Yeah, and it has just been such a joy, too, having Taya on the track.
Taya is really exciting to watch. I can't wait to see what happens when they get a little bit more stability to match the fire that they bring out there when they jam.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. These what you call the positional blocking.
Look at that.
Really good. Wow.
Taya stealing points behind the jam.
It's chaos, I tell you.
It is chaos. Now, in bank track roller derby, you stop accruing points with the first whistle. In flat track, it's different, or at least it used to be. The last time I looked at flat track rules.
I don't know. I mean, I go to San Fernando fresh meet on Sundays, and I still don't know
And
the
so,
rules.
both teams pick up 2 points, 130-119, 2 minutes 20 to go in the game. Fight Crew in the lead, and the Cookies down 1 blocker for the Smasherella for failure to reform.
It's hard to reform. Here comes Slamwise for the Fight Crew.
Slamwise who?
Gamgee, I don't
Yes!
know. Is that it?
Evil Eve,
Yeah.
we've all won today.
Believe it or not, I was into Lord of the Rings and all that. So my brother's an astrophysicist. Are you kidding? I was playing D&D when I was like 7.
Yeah, were you pronouncing hard G's though?
I couldn't say anything right. My big brother had to take me everywhere. Wow, look at this blocking though. Hidden, being held back by Stargirl and Phoebe Punisher, but starting to get into an out of play situation. Gotta let the jammer go. When you're out of play, you will get a blocking out of play. And there's Slamwise just in the mix.
Slam needs to keep it clean here. Calls it off. Minute 30 to go in the game.
I love red and green. You know why?
Why's that?
Because it reminds me of chili. And yeah, I've come not far from Hatch.
4 points for Fight Crew on that jam. 134, 119.
Did I tell you I'm going home next weekend?
You're going home?
Yeah, I'm going to get all the red and green chili I can.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm going from friends. Twins are graduating from high school.
That's outstanding.
Isn't that wild?
All right, so bad news for the Cookies.
Yeah, they have hidden in the penalty box with a back blocking penalty, and they have Mad Addicts in there as well with a directional block. So Fight Crew with that strong lead, only a minute left in this game, basically. Let's see how it shakes out. Make some noise for roller derby, everybody! Now, very important to remember that as long as there is time on the game clock when this jam ends, we will have another jam. If the jam clock ends, then there is still a moment of assessment. We could have a redo final jam, depending on who's scoring points And if there's any penalties.
That's true, Italy. At the end of this jam, if the team in the lead has skated clean, the game is over. If the team in the lead has committed a penalty and the other team has not, we'll have one more jam. Keep your eye on the Kingslayer with the white headband in the center of the track, who will either award the game to the winner or call for one more jam.
Yeah, we saw Beetlejuice take a tumble there, but at least that's friendly fire. Here's the thing, though. Yeah, we might have one more jam just because the jam clock and the game clock are like half a second off. And it feels like the jam clock's slightly faster than the game clock. So I think it'll be like half a second. I don't know, we'll see. They have stopwatches in the middle, so they're like fancy and stuff.
Yeah, we've got
4 points for Fight Crew.
Our game clock is up here, but the game executioner, Hassel Black, I believe, is the official timekeeper for this game. So, the officials are conferring.
Oh, seeing somebody get out of the penalty box usually means one of two.
So if the game is indeed over, we invite you all to come on down trackside. Give your favorite skaters a big high five. They've all worked so hard for you today. I'm looking at that penalty box, Evilly, and there have been penalties by both sides, and that means this game is over. Fight Crew wins 148-119. Come on down and congratulate them, folks.
Yeah.
Slamwise Gamgee, Raven, Is Hell on Wheels, Drama Queen, Wensley Adams, Manic Panic, Beetlejuice, Lash Out Loud, Destroyer, Stargirl, Mayhem, Kitten Crush, Angel, Mad Cat, Gizmo, Jolteon, Stitches, Co-Captain Phoebe Punisher, Captain Ziggy Stardust, Coaches Doomsdaisy and Loveless, Leslie Lovelace, your victorious Fight Crew!
All right, of course, we got to give some love to those incredible tough cookies, everybody. That's right, bring it up on the track. Devious Lead, Dirty Tricks, Luna Shovegood, Chemical X, and a Death Chase, Smackaroni, Sweet Baby Rage, Grease Frightening, Cinderella, Thugs Bunny, Fight Night, Slammin' Eggs, Smasherella, Frida Brawlo, Vroom, Maddox, Taya, the co-captain, Hidden, the captain of your tough cookies, Furious George, and your coaches, Mulan and Jezebel.
We sure want to see you this Friday at Brewyard Brew Company at 7 p.m. for the DDX Karaoke Night Challenge fundraiser. We'd love to see you and your skaters at Junior Derby Camp this July. Go to derbydolls.com/Junior Derby Camp to find out more.
We would like to thank our enforcers, our EMTs, Doll Repair Team, Track Monkeys, Rad Crew, our DJ MacBook Air, and of course, I want to thank you, Trixie Biscuit.
Well, I want to thank you, Evilly.
Oh, best partner in the business. I love you so much, and I love all of you for being here, reminding you to be happy, be well, be back here for June 14th, and for everybody in the